Oh
A
no.
rumbling.
Yeah, like
This is what he was wanting to tell us.
so
I
then
know.
it's like it almost comes out, but I clench it. I'm really good at doing that now.
I push the door open. Things are looking
Drop
up.
it in the living room.
Things are looking up. And then as I go like this to put my keys in my pocket. Welcome everybody to Talking Rad, the podcast, episode 156. And we are your hosts. I'm Sky.
I'm Cole.
Thayne.
And today's episode is sponsored by National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
You know what, Cole?
Thanks, Lampoon.
Cheers.
Wrong season, you sons of bitches.
It just shatters the glass and the drink just goes everywhere. That would be terrible.
I'd be like, oh no. So, speaking of spilling soda, the other day, so Thayne was gone all week last week, so our Uber Eats guy was gone, and I have yet to go to the grocery store to buy food. And so I went for lunch one morning. It wasn't a morning, it was lunch, so one afternoon. I went to Taco Bell, and I came back. I don't know how you do it, Thayne. This is a superpower that you do. I was like, F it, I'm not doing 2 loads.
You tried to do it in one trip?
Yeah, so I had my box, and then I had my keys in one hand. This is really dumb. I had my box in one hand, and then I put the drink on top of the box, so I was carrying like a waiter's tray. And then I had my keys. So I locked in my car.
That's risky. The drink on the box?
It was
My
dumb.
Goodness.
It was dumb.
Did you drop it?
Let me get there.
He dropped it.
So
He epic dropped it.
I get all the way to the very end. I'm up the stairs. I unlock the door. I push the door open. Things are looking up.
Drop it in the living room.
Things are looking up. And then as I go like this to put my keys in my pocket, I wibble just a little bit, and the drink falls. And it lands on, so the door's open. It landed on there's a little lip.
Yeah.
You have to step that last little lip.
Uh-huh.
It hit the lip. The lid did not pop off. It hit the lip, sliced the drink down the middle. So
Oh my god.
ice and it's sheer miss. The only thing, my one love, the only thing I go to Taco Bell for. Spilled all over that stair. It spilled into the house, and I was just sad.
The gamer trick is to just, if you got something in your left
Put
hand,
it down.
you just toss it. So you had your keys in your left hand.
Yeah.
Don't put it in your pocket. Just drop them.
I probably should have.
That's what
yeah.
I do. If ever I'm in a situation where it's risky, I just drop whatever is available to drop.
Yeah, it was definitely a mistake. So I spilt my sear mist, and I was sad for about 2 minutes, and then I'm like, well, at least I still got my food, and I went and ate it. It's good.
Sadly.
Sadly. Yeah.
You know, while we're on the topic of soft drinks, pop, sodas, whatever your flavor might be, I wanted to talk about my favorite Mountain Dew. I know you guys aren't Mountain Dew boys, but I am. And I wanted to talk about it. This isn't my favorite, by the way. My number one favorite is normal, original green. Classic, if you will. But I discovered recently that Frostbite is my second favorite Mountain Dew flavor. It's effing good.
What is it? Is it like berry?
It's like citrus.
Citrus.
Or excuse me, melon.
Melon.
Like a cool melon is what they describe it as. If you'd like a sip, I wouldn't mind sharing.
I'm good.
I'm good too, but I will probably try it out. Have you given it to us on the podcast before?
I might have when it first came out.
I feel like you have.
Anyway, I come to this realization literally today because I was thinking Baja Blast is probably my second favorite, but then I started thinking I can't drink Baja Blast forever. Like, it's good for a while, but after a couple cans or whatever, I'm kind of just like, yep, it's Baja Blast again. You get that slight taste of Taco Bell, and you're kind of just like, I feel like I need some tacos with this, and you're a little bit disappointed when it's all said and done. But anyway, that's number 3. Baja Blast is still number 3. And then Code Red would be number 4, followed up by Livewire, and rounding out with Voltage.
Cole, you know what we need? We need you to do a Mountain Dew tier list. I know
just
you
did.
I know you did, but we need we need visuals, we need a video.
I'm not. People have done that. I'm not doing that. That's not me. I will say though, there are a couple Mountain Dew that have since been deceased or departed from us.
Canceled.
You could just say
Canceled.
discontinued.
Discontinued. That's the I couldn't remember the word.
Deceased.
Thank you, Thayne.
Dead.
I literally couldn't
Murdered.
remember what the word was.
Missing.
And that one, the one that my favorite one was Black Label. It was like a dark cherry, a dark black cherry or something like that is what they called. I don't remember exactly what it was. I effing loved that one though. That one was awesome.
The Pepsi company took the Mountain Dew flavors in the woods, Miller's Crossing style. executed them.
Basically, yeah. And so I definitely miss that flavor. Oh, I didn't even bother focusing the camera now that I'm thinking about it.
Whoops.
Is it autofocus?
I think it's on autofocus. Want to just see if it looks okay? Because I don't see it like spazzing out like it used to. Well, it's just going to focus on you because you're getting all close to it. Think it looks okay?
Good enough.
I guess we'll give it a try. We'll see if it's okay. Sorry about that midway thing. Speaking of midway, Skylar put out a video on Gauntlet.
That was a great
Dang,
segue.
dude, I'm on
That
the
was-
freaking roll today.
That was not a mid segue, Cole. That was high
that was
tier.
pretty good.
That was very high tier.
The worst part about it was though is that I'm not done with the previous thing I was talking about.
So it was just like one of those. I have to do it.
I had to do it.
Yeah, I put out a video on Midway and they died. But you know what's not dead is Cole's thought that he was talking about 5 seconds ago.
I was taking a drink while you kept talking, but you already swung it back on over. Black Label Mountain Dew. I freaking love that one. I'm sad it's gone. That would probably be my number 2 or 3. Frostbite's amazing though. I'm really glad they introduced this about a year or 2 ago.
I know we've talked about it on the show before, but you guys know who made Volt?
That's Coke.
Coke did Volt. Was that supposed to be their energy drink, their Mountain Dew?
Yeah, that was basically. Well, they had Mellow Yellow. That discontinued for a while, and they brought out Vault. Wait, maybe it wasn't Coke. I know we've talked about it before, but
I'll just
bring it up again really quick. I'm pretty sure
I
it's
know there's
Coke Company.
Coca-Cola coffee.
Yeah, there definitely
Didn't they do a
is.
chocolate Coke too? Or am I just imagining things?
That doesn't sound too far off. That might have happened.
But anyway, Vault came out for a bit, and then that got discontinued, and Mellow Yellow came back. And you can still find Mellow Yellow. It's just not the easiest to find.
Has anyone ever tried Tabasco chocolate?
No.
Wasn't that good.
Oh.
It's just.
It was Coke.
It was just a bit. It's like.
Those.
It was just like a piece of chocolate with Tabasco on it, and it tastes like chocolate, but was a bit spicy. That's it.
Spicy chocolate.
Yeah.
That does not sound fun.
It was not very hot. It just had a little bit of heat to it. That's about it.
Gotcha.
It sucked.
But yeah, all in all, Mountain Dew is effing great. I'm sad that I can't share my love with you guys, but at least I got my brother.
Maybe you got Zay, but
I do not have
No,
Zay.
Zay doesn't like Mountain Dew. I'm trying to. I swear to God, I had a lot of friends growing up that liked Mountain Dew.
They liked Voltage. Voltage is the worst one in my opinion.
What flavor's that?
Blueberry. Or it's whatever the blue one was.
I like blueberry, so maybe I would. Like
I don't
that
think
one.
Voltage is that great.
I'll have to try it.
It's like raspberry blueberry almost.
I remember the first time.
This one slaps though.
I don't remember the first time I tried Mountain Dew, but I'm pretty sure when the first time I tried it, it's like, oh, this one is weird.
Oh yeah, I effing love like normal original Mountain Dew. I freaking grew up on that crap. I'd probably have brought this up before in the show, but it's probably been a long time. Where when I grew up on the farm, we'd wake up at like 6 o'clock in the morning, and go move sprinklers on the farm, because you can only have some sprinklers in some spots. You got to move them away and stuff. Anyway, we get up at 6 o'clock, start around 6:30. It take us about like 2 to 3 hours, so be done around 8 or 9 ish. Maybe a little bit later. Most of the time we're done by 9:30. Anyway, every single day we'd have a Mountain Dew.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's where I was getting with that. And so it's definitely just ingrained into my blood that
like-
I like the green.
It's kind of like this guy's dad, when they went to construction, they always get donuts and Coke.
Well, it was Coke and Pepsi. There was definitely some rivaling opinions on what's better.
Yeah.
Some hot debates.
Yeah, some hot takes. Pepsi definitely is better in my opinion because it's sweeter. But I do like me a good vanilla Coke. I will admit
Dang,
that.
dude. The freaking Cokes from Wendy's has been slapping recently.
Have they?
When I've been getting those there. I'm not a Coke guy, but sometimes I'll get them, and Wendy's they're... Thayne, you really put some special juice in there, don't you?
Okay, I don't touch those machines.
I don't touch the Coke.
I
That's
can't
somebody
touch
else's.
them after that incident.
Yikes.
It's good.
No, what's your opinion on Mellow Yellow? Because I know a lot of people don't like it's like the it's
knockoff.
Yeah,
it's not great. I mean, it's not bad. I'm not a huge like Sprite or 7-Up or
The
Sierra
citrusy.
Mist. Those just base citrus. I like a little bit of extra, which is why I like Mountain Dew. But Mellow Yellow, I'd like Mellow Yellow over those ones. So I guess I like it better, but I would much prefer Mountain Dew. It's kind of mid.
Yeah.
What? Oh, Thane's a Sprite, right?
Yeah.
So I think my favorite, obviously, is Syrup Mist from Taco Bell specifically, I guess. But I also really like root beer. That's what I drank the most growing up, was root beer or Pepsi, because that was like my dad's favorites. I don't think he necessarily likes root beer, but the man loves his Pepsi. He's also been cutting back recently. So
Pepsi is phenomenal. The best Pepsi, in my opinion, is Pepsi with real sugar or Pepsi Throwback or whatever they're calling it nowadays.
Yeah.
You just put that
That's
in a
good.
glass with some ice.
Mm.
You just sit back and enjoy.
Sit back and
Get a
jerk
little-
your ding dong.
Get a little taste of heaven.
I don't think I would drink a flavored soda with
Drink-
that.
Drink
No,
and
you
jerk.
don't have to jerk it into it. Jeez.
No, I'm not saying that. Yikes, that's even farther than what I was thinking.
Can you drink? Do you drink and jerk, Thane?
No.
You shouldn't.
Bringing something to the bathroom.
Well, this is completely
It's so good.
completely irrelevant to the topic that we are speaking on, but this is a way to get all of you listeners to come to the YouTube channel and click on the video, I guess, because I got a haircut. We didn't talk about that.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, my hair is
It's
now
high school sky.
Yeah,
No.
it's short.
It's high school sky theater.
No, how that hair is styled. It's like an Arrested Development when Tobias gets the hair plugs and he's like, I am a new man, and literally his hair plugs are all bleeding and stuff, and it's just the grossest things like
Jeez.
and it's horrifying. the what I can't remember her name, but like she's like the Mexican maid. She's like, Mr. Gay, he's bleeding.
I've never seen Arrested Development. Not even like
it's so
one
funny.
episode.
It's so funny. You
Yeah.
should watch it.
That's a compliment, Thane. Thank you for comparing me to Mr. David Cross.
yeah.
He's a legend.
I was thinking kind of like the main character in Community.
I don't know that.
I don't know his name.
Yeah.
The guy played by Joel McHale.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's got the hair. This guy's
Oh.
got the
Oh
hair.
yeah.
It's like backwards.
It's probably because it was like when they pulled it off, it was very gross looking. It's supposed to look gross because like the character's reaction, like and my favorite bit was like, Tobias had to shave his head, but he found it too painful to part with it. And when he's at a barber, he combs. He goes
I don't
It's
know
so
what a hair
sensitive.
plug is.
It's where it's like a hair transplant. So
Yeah.
they take hair
Oh,
from like the
They're
back
like-
of your head and then like essentially put the roots, because that's why people go bald, is because the roots die.
yeah.
Yeah, he put it in there.
Jeez, that sounds.
It's a very
ouchies.
It's a very funny plot line throughout the episodes with his hair plugs. It's really funny.
That sounds.
I'd recommend
very
this show.
painful.
Unfortunately, there may not be a season 6 because apparently season 5 was a disaster to produce. So
Have you finished season 5 yet?
no, I haven't watched season 4 or 5. I haven't pulled that Band-Aid off yet because I heard they're not very good. Like when you watch seasons 1 through 3, it's like this is some of the best, most funniest show ever. And then when you hear season 4 and 5 are not that good, especially when there's 2 different cuts of season 4. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yikes.
So they had an original cut where it's like in order to film it, they had to like have different like weird anachronistic storylines with each character through several episodes. And then when people didn't really like how it was, they recut it and did a new season, and they shoved all those episodes into like the trailer section. And then eventually season 5 they kind of slopped it out.
It's interesting how the longer a show goes, the more convoluted the development of it goes.
Yeah.
Like Community had issues like that too.
Yeah, like
After like season 3 or
Just
4.
Too many cooks
So
in
I
the
think
kitchen.
season 4. I watched a video on it. Season 4, they switched. They went from Dan Harmon. They canned
fired
him,
Dan
yeah,
Harmon.
and then put 2 other guys on here who did like a show called Aliens in America, which is
Mhm.
apparently a really bad show. And season 4 just was horrible.
In season 5, Dan came back, I believe.
Yeah,
but also
it couldn't save it, and it got canned.
What's Pierce's actor? The white old guy. Everybody always talks about. I should know it.
Chevy Chase.
Yeah, Chevy Chase. Him and Dan Harmon would fight all the time.
Yeah,
and that's why there was issues.
Then they kill his character off.
I was gonna say. I was thinking about saying that, but then it was a spoiler. But you just said it anyway.
Yeah, sorry.
So season 4, at the end of it, they kill Chevy Chase's character, and Dan Harmon comes back.
Wow.
And so it's kind of telling why the issues were there.
Was season 4 bad though?
I don't remember it being terrible when I watched it. But I don't remember season 4 at all. The episodes I remember are definitely from seasons 1 through 3.
And apparently season 6 on Yahoo Screen is good, but they said it was like it wasn't.
They never
good
did
enough.
a season 6.
Well, they did. It was on a thing called Yahoo Screen. It's like Yahoo's streaming service.
It's supposed to be 5 seasons in a movie. They never did.
They said 6 seasons in a movie.
Oh, 6 seasons in a movie?
Yeah, there is a season 6. If you go on Netflix right now, there is a season 6.
I must have seen season 6 because I watched it all.
Yeah, season 6 was the one they put on Yahoo Screen, and like the people who worked on Yahoo Screen, they blame Community for it. It's like you're gonna blame a return of like one of the best comedies ever on your failing streaming service that nobody was gonna go watch at the beginning, especially if you had to pay a subscription to. It's like, what? I don't want to pay for this, especially even if it's Community.
I effing love Community, by the way. It's a great show. Specifically, if you want to have a fun comedy, seasons 1 through 3 is incredible. Some bopper episodes, like right from the get-go, too. Characters are fun. And they have good chemistry.
So, yeah. But, anyways, off from cult TV shows, and you guys want
I have a confession.
Okay.
Before we get into what
that was funny to watch
the
right there. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
You didn't know what to do.
I guess side note, if you're wondering and you didn't listen, the haircut they're talking about is I spike up my hair. That's how I used to do it in high school. But my hairline just is the McDonald's sign now, so it's a little bit different.
So how was that a confession?
That's not the confession part. That was just wrapping up.
It's like
the conversation.
It's like a wide
I forgot we
McDonald's.
talked about your hair
it's like
at the beginning of that.
It's like if McDonald's, but it's like way wider.
McDonald's, but the McDonald's sign got thick.
So the humps are thicker.
It's more spread out. Like
they're not as up and down. They're more.
Yeah, they're more like.
It's called a widow's peak. Okay, that's a good way to describe it.
I can't believe I completely forgot that we started that conversation with your hair.
Yeah. But my confession is, and I don't even have to say this because I know that there's maybe one other soul on planet Earth that even knows about this, but last week for the podcast, I uploaded it to Spotify and all the other platforms, but it wasn't the podcast. I uploaded the ending song for some reason. I goofed. It was just 1 minute of the ending song, so I fixed it. But that's my confession.
I realized
wrong file.
I realized I didn't even listen to that podcast because I don't know if I forgot I'm not subscribed to the podcast channel. So
it's on Spotify.
I guess I could have listened to it. I guess I could listen to it on Spotify while I'm at work.
Well, I mean, I don't want to like really in and get another view on our podcast, but we did talk about you.
At one point, we did say we can say this because Thayne's not here and he won't ever listen to this.
Now I'm gonna have to.
I don't remember what it was about. Oh wait,
yeah, it was the.
I remember
it was the box.
I remember the box.
Yeah, the box.
It's not a bad thing. It's just one of those weird things that one of the things I've noticed in my life.
Yeah.
Okay.
Almost more so about myself, but you're the catalyst of it.
It's that shoebox in my room that I.
Yeah, no, not that.
Yeah, that's a secret.
That's a secret.
No,
that's a secret.
No, it's not a secret. There's just a shoebox I came from home that I put random crap in.
Oh,
there's a bunch of mints in there. I should just throw out.
That's where you were going with that.
So that was it. It's real.
Here's the
The
thing.
shoebox exists.
There's a shoebox. It just has documents and mints that I should throw away because they're so old.
That just okay.
Unless mints are supposed to last a really long time.
Well, speaking of
you
shoebox,
guys can't hear this, but our roommate is literally screaming, and it's funny. I can just hear him in the back.
Speaking of shoeboxes, I wanted to kick off this conversation by telling you what we wanted to talk about today, just because I had a student who said that he has a friend that he basically only plays Destiny 1 and 2. And the amount of hours...
Destiny 3, what a loot. Oh, wait.
The amount of hours that this man put in is... he had over... This is Destiny 2, mind you. He had over 8,880 hours into Destiny 2. This equates...
Wow.
Could have put 8 more hours in, could he?
Guess how many days this is.
3 months.
Too many.
Cole, your math is really bad.
I thought you were gonna say I was close.
No.
Couple years, I don't know.
Let me just tell you how many days are in a month. So do 30 days times 24 hours.
I know that one.
Okay, there's 720 hours in a month.
Okay.
This man, he has over 370 days.
So over a year's worth of time.
Over a year's worth. So 8,880. That was just in Destiny 1. And he has another... Destiny 2, excuse me. And he has just under a year in Destiny 1. This man is 19. He has spent 2 full years of his entire life playing 2 video games.
That's like 10% of his year, then, because he'll be 20 soon.
Isn't that wild?
10% of his life has been spent in Destiny Land.
Yeah, in Destiny Land, this man has spent 2 full years, which, I mean, I'm not judging because...
no, it's fine.
And that's what we're going to talk about is just hours that we've put into games, because I would say cumulatively, I've probably put several years of my life into video games. Obviously, it's not one,
I wanted to bring
multiple.
something up before we did that.
Oh, what'd you want to
bring
bring
up?
up?
Where I was.
Oh, because last week you were gone.
Yeah, you guys totally...
Hey, don't let me into Skylar's box that...
Okay, no, before we do that, I want to tell a story of where I was. Remember what we're going to talk about. Put it aside for right now, because we're going to talk about where I was.
Put it back in the shoebox, guy.
How many hours I
don't know.
How many hours I spent...
He said shoebox.
...away from here, going to a family reunion. We went camping. That's about it. Nothing really happened.
And then we move on.
Okay, well, there's...
Oh, that's right. He has this story. He has like a story.
Yeah,
or
I do have a story.
We don't even know this yet.
Yeah, he was all excited to tell us, but he wanted to wait.
But while we were camping, there was a cool thing where we saw a mother moose and a baby moose lying down in the forest. They got plenty of pictures. And then...
Did it maul anybody, though?
No.
That's lucky.
Yeah.
I almost got mauled at one time, remember?
What, you almost got mauled by a moose?
No, not almost mauled, but like it was scary.
Oh.
I told you guys about that. It was when I went fishing last year. I
Oh,
sent
yeah,
you
yeah.
Snapchats.
Oh, yes, the moose.
Yeah.
Yes. He was scary. Well, we saw the mom moose and the baby moose, and it walked away. And while I was walking away, that baby moose was really sucking on that nipple.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It was just
So you guys are voyeurs.
yeah. Definitely at the crotch area.
Is that the story?
No. Well, part of it. That's part one.
He wanted to give it a baby for like 3 or 4
That was
days.
like Monday. That was like Monday night.
So you're telling
Or
me
Tuesday night.
that you were shocked that a mama moose was being a mama moose?
No.
Breastfeeding
Were you
baby?
like, hey, mama? Like
Hey,
Johnny Bravo?
mama.
Like Johnny Bravo? And
Hey,
you want some
mama.
suck, too?
No, I'm just saying that the baby likes to suck.
I will say, Thayne, I've never seen it, so it probably would have been interesting.
Have you
I
seen
would
a
have
cow?
looked.
It just
Have you seen a cow suck on a cow?
I'd probably on videos.
Have you
But
seen a
that's
cat
what
suck on a cat?
I don't know. I've never had.
well, that's a little different
Dogs
because the
sucking a
mouth
dog?
the mouth looks.
Never had puppies.
Okay.
I've
Okay,
probably seen them
Skylar's
on
an
videos
anomaly.
though. I've probably seen videos
Yeah.
though, just
Okay.
not in
If you've
person.
seen one, you've seen it all.
Yeah. Okay.
I've seen
Specifically,
plenty
if
of,
you've seen cow,
I've seen plenty of cats in nursing.
it's not quite the same with cats. Definitely, it's a
Yeah.
little different. If
Cats
it's a
are
cow, though,
interesting.
cows would be very similar to a moose.
So no, on
I've seen lots of female humans.
they don't got udders though. Like
Okay,
cows don't
okay.
have udder, or excuse me, mooses, meese. Okay,
It's
go back.
moose.
Go back to
Okay.
your
Moosin.
Mises.
so Wednesday night we're just chilling after we eat dinner and stuff, chatting at the fireplace, and my niece, she's like, look, and then we look over and there's a big daddy moose just all the way over there, just kind of staring at us.
That's scary.
Yeah. We weren't scared because we knew it was going to just kind of go away. But my niece was like, eh. After she pointed it out, she was like, eh. Because it was so big. And it's like, it's not going to hurt you. Eh.
Dude, those things are like
It
the
could.
size of pickup trucks. Like
It
as
could
tall
hurt ya.
wise. They're big boys.
I mean, it wasn't going to hurt us because it was so far away, just kind of staring at us, and it would just go the other way.
What if
if-
starts sprinting
Yeah,
at you?
what if he just got the urge? He's like, I have to go
I
kill
love some
someone right
humans.
now.
Let's F them up.
Yeah.
Apparently, if you hide behind a tree, they're nearsighted, so if they ran into a tree, you're all good.
I would just pull out my Glock. I don't have a Glock, but I have a 9, and I'd pull out my 9.
I got a Glock.
So yeah,
My glizzy.
the moose
I got a
the moose walked the other way.
Oh, good.
Were you singing? Were you egging him on? Did you pull out some?
Moose tracks.
No.
Yeah.
Did you pull out some Steven Tyler? Did you say walk this way?
Did you pull up Medea's House of Pain? And like, hey, Moose, want to watch? No, I guess that's a no then. Nice
He-
shoes, guy.
he
No, it's
though.
Tyler Perry's House of
Inspecting
Pain. I
it.
think Medea only made like cameos in it. I don't know. I never
I
watched
thought
that
it was the same
stupid show.
person. I thought
Ty-
Medea was Tyler Perry.
No, he's it's a character that he plays on his stage plays. Did you know that Medea is a bunch of stage plays?
You should finish your
play-
story.
okay.
Yeah, go back to the. camp
Anyways,
story.
that was about it.
Oh,
the
okay. We can move
moose
on
left.
So it was
I
just
went
mooses.
kayaking. It was nice. It was on Lake Cleveland.
I think the best part still was you watch the moose suck on the
Yeah.
mommy moose.
And it was surprising.
It wasn't. I didn't mention
Voyeuristic.
surprising. I just
family's-
comment on how he sucked it very hard because he was a baby.
Thane's family is a bunch of voyeurs.
Do you think he was given some teeth,
My
or
God.
do you think he's a proper sucker?
Okay, enough.
Wait. This is an honest question. Are all mammals born without teeth, including just animal mammals?
I don't know.
Pretty sure kittens were
Yeah,
like
cats have teeth.
kittens are born like little
Cats
teeth
definitely have
nubs.
teeth.
They're born with like teeth nubs.
Yeah, they're jaggy.
So then
They're not
all
sharp, I
So
don't
is
think.
it just human mammals that don't have teeth when we're born?
Yeah. I
Probably.
don't know.
We're not doctors. We don't know.
I mean, at that point, it would be
Veterinarians.
I mean, that's just an animal doctor.
Did you know most mammals eat the placenta?
Well,
Why don't
I'm
you try it?
glad we're not like most mammals.
You should try it, Thane.
Anyways, yeah. And then it was time for me to go home. I had like a day. I was like on Thursday. I was just spending the day at the house, and then I left like Friday morning. And while I was driving, I saw something rare that isn't really around these parts. I guess
A
they're
moose?
No. Okay. No.
A cheetah.
It's more like the Midwest, southern states, but it was a biker gang.
Oh, you see him all the time.
Yeah, I see them all the time. You just don't
The-
go out enough.
Probably, I don't know. I guess they travel.
There's like
Just
50 of them would go through our hometown like once a year.
My parents' neighbors were with biker gangs.
well, it was I saw a biker gang on the highway.
Like,
Okay,
our hometown was like one of the stops they'd go to. Like one of them like bought this house. They'd all hang out at the house for a day and then continue on.
Yeah, there's a house
The
like
yellow
that
one.
right
And they-
across from my.
Oh,
and they
I'm like, you know it?
I don't know. What there's probably several.
they definitely looked like your stereotypical bar. They definitely looked like your stereotypical biker gang. You know, with tattoos, sleeve tattoos,
They have
earrings.
So there's a biker gang called Brothers Speed that they had a venue that my dad's band would always play
Oh.
at in the early 2000s.
Oh, I don't know if it's them, but they
Well,
definitely were
There's
riding their
probably
hogs.
so many biker gangs. I think just
Yeah.
the biggest one is Hell's Angels, isn't it?
Definitely looks like something from Sons of Anarchy.
I don't know anything about biker gangs. Just that they like to ride motorcycles
Yeah.
around the country. I don't know how they pay for their lifestyle though. Are they just retired
They
people?
probably, well, if it's anything like Sons of Anarchy, they probably sell drugs.
Maybe
I'm
they're
just kidding.
sponsored. I don't know.
Sponsored to live
That's not
their
a-
life dreams.
It's not a world that we are a part of.
Wanna what is a world that we're a part of?
Wasting-
Video
No,
games.
wait. I wasn't done with the story.
Oh my goodness! How many times are we
It's a
gonna hear I
four-parter.
wasn't done?
It's a four-parter.
Gosh, okay. So I saw a biker gang. Well, you think that's it? I saw
That was
a
a
biker
great
gang.
segue, though, wasn't
It
it?
was.
Yeah. Okay, so I saw a biker gang, and I drove, and as I drove, I kind of eventually They disappeared out on the road, and then we never saw them. Just kidding. No. And then as I'm driving, I feel like, okay, oh, there's a fart. I'm gonna let out. As I start letting out, I feel a bit of
oh
A
no.
rumbling.
yeah, like
this is what he was wanting to tell us.
so then it's like it almost comes out, but I clench it. I'm really good at doing that now.
So his face and his happiness when he said, "I'm really good at doing that."
I am.
Oh my god!
He's good at clenching the cheeks.
He's so good at clenching.
They do you
Oh,
just
boy.
do you do like that thing where you just like somehow just like you flex and it just gets sucked right back
Yeah.
up the beehole?
Yeah, a little bit, but it did burn a bit, and I was like, "Oh
Wait,
no!"
it burnt?
Well, it did burn, but I definitely felt some like discomfort there, like it wanted to come out. So it's like, "Oh dang it!" And I was on the road. It's like, "Oh, I gotta really go now." And so I was driving, and then I see like the Tremonton stop. So I just pull in.
And the
to
bikers
the
are there
closest,
too.
The
And so you couldn't go to the bathroom.
No. I wasn't scared of them. I was like,
no. The bathroom was full.
well, it wasn't really full. I think they were all done. But I walk into the stall. Toilet was clogged. Like there was just like a shit mountain right there.
Did you add to it?
No, hell no. I took a look at it with needing to bust, and I was like, I just look at it, and I turn around, go back in my car, and I drive for like 15 more minutes to the other gas station when you like on the bridge and you turn into that one gas
The
station.
Flying J?
Yeah, and apparently it's a restaurant. I didn't know that.
It's
So
like pizza.
So by my luck, I open it. It's one of the cleaner toilets I've seen, and I sit down and it's straight up diarrhea. It just goes,
And you dirtied it.
yeah, I dirtied it.
It was so clean, but you popped its cherry. If you
Yeah.
I really thought you were gonna say that you added to the mountain. I'm gonna be honest, Thayne. If it was me, just knowing I do not hold
you would
my
threw up.
well, I probably would have puked, but also like
I didn't smell it, but I just took a good look at it. And I was like, turned around and
Was it only one bathroom that you could like go in there?
Yeah, there's only one. There's only one stall.
Weird.
It's
Yeah.
like it's a small one with just one stall.
I would have just added to it, dude. For one, because I can't hold my bowels very well. And
I would have.
two, it's like I'm already here.
Honestly,
I'm not
probably try to
else.
flush it. I don't know if they. I probably could have flushed it, but I didn't want to risk that, so I just. I held it in like a champ. I held it in like a champ.
You're like waiting in it, like.
Yeah, you are a soldier thing, because
Yeah.
that is not something that I would have done.
Yeah, but when I got to the other bathroom, it's just like, oh, here it comes, just straight diarrhea.
You're like, it's coming out of me like a volcano.
Yeah, yeah.
Add it to the what is that? What's that show? The Bridesmaids.
Oh, gross.
That's
that scene.
Yeah. That's what she's sitting on the freaking sink. She's like, it's coming out of me like a volcano. Yeah.
She walks out of the street and just poops in the manhole.
What that reminds me of, and I know we've already talked about it, but it just reminds me of that one prank that somebody played on all those students at their school where they put laxatives in the lunch food. So all the kids, like within 15 minutes,
that's not a real thing, is
they
it?
were dumping all over.
That sounds like a TV show thing.
I thought we looked it up.
I remember didn't one teacher just slip in the
You remember that?
I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the videos.
Yeah, it was
The
disgusting.
videos. People are like sitting over toilets.
Yeah,
There's people.
they're crapping
Oh
in their
my
lockers
gosh.
in the
Yeah.
garbage can.
Oh yeah. Why were they going in their lockers?
It's because the bathrooms are all full.
I know, but you don't do that. Just go outside or something.
I'm pretty sure
I
didn't
would've-
teachers slip on the floor.
I don't- yeah.
My head.
Whoever did that is an actual devil. That is
freaking arsonist.
Yeah,
What a
literally.
douche.
Yeah.
Bioterrorism.
Speaking of bioterrorism, let's talk about how we bioterrorized our bodies for over hours of entertainment.
Yeah.
Was that better?
Good
That was
segue.
good.
It was
Okay,
okay.
and I am done.
It was pretty mid.
Just so you know, I am done with the stories.
Okay,
It was
good.
pretty mid of a segue, but I've been trying.
Yeah, you
Let's-
know what,
let's
Cole?
talk-
I did
You
three
had-
segues.
you had
for
three
this-
good ones.
I did 3 segues for
For the
this
same
same topic.
Speaking of Bioterror, let's talk about Biohazard and all the other games we've played. That's Resident Evil.
But yeah, so going back to where the start of the conversation
Japanese.
happened is...
Wait, they call it Biohazard in UK, don't
I think
they?
it's just in Japan.
Oh.
Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah, so going back to the start of the conversation was one of my students' friends has put over 2 years of his life, he's 19 years old, into the Destiny universe. So I thought it'd be a fun experiment to talk about games that we've put the most hours in / like them enough to 100% complete them.
How many hours are in a month, you said?
In a month. Let's do real quick. 365 days times 24 hours. 8,760 hours.
Per year. What about a month?
Oh, a month, sorry. 30 times 24. 720.
700 is in a month?
720 hours is a month.
Okay. So, are you going to, lead the way, Captain?
Yeah. I mean, maybe we could just... we'll just start with the game that we think we've put the most hours into. And then maybe a rough estimate. Or at least... Let's rephrase that. A game that you know how many hours you put into that is the most that you know of, number-wise. Because I don't have...
I think we start at the bottom.
Oh, you want
to go low.
Go low? Well, I don't...
Start low.
I don't know what that would be.
Oh.
Of my list, I've got Skyrim. I've put tons of hours into that I have no idea.
Oh, you just kind of Oh, I have a bunch of that I actually know.
Okay.
My lowest one on this list is Cyberpunk 2077.
Wait, you have more than 3?
Oh, I got a big ol' list. Cyberpunk 2077, I have 47 hours in that game. That's my lowest one on the list.
I guess my lowest would probably be... So in Age of Calamity, the Hyrule Warriors, I put 55 hours into that one.
Okay. What do you think? What's one of your lower ones?
And by lower, we mean lower high end. I would say the average is probably 6 to 15 hours of a game, and we've done that on several games.
I don't know. I didn't research that deep enough. Frick. I don't know. Resident Evil 4, probably 30 hours.
Okay. So just I got a one playthrough, I guess.
Yeah, and also trying to do the 2 bonus campaigns. I haven't beat those, but it's taken me a good few hours. It's the longest Resident Evil game by far, by the way.
I guess I could just go up. I got quite a bit on here. I can just go up from here. So next would be Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, sitting at 57 hours.
Wow.
Yeah. Going from there, it goes into Xenoblade... Oh, no, excuse me. Zelda Breath of the Wild at 60 hours. Xenoblade Chronicles 3 at 62 hours. Xenoblade 2 at 65. Xenoblade 1 at 70. I think the next is probably Pokemon Legends Arceus at 95. I should have organized these beforehand. Persona 5 Royal at 110. Forza Horizon 5 at 125. Players Unknown Battlegrounds at 133. And then it jumps pretty high.
You must have played that when it first came out, right?
Kind of. I don't have the exact number on this one because I couldn't find my cartridge. But Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, somewhere around 300.
My lord.
Smite at 378. Pokemon X and Y at 425. Pokemon Sword and Shield at 500. Apex Legends at 500. And Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon at 510. And then my last one I have Minecraft. Who freaking knows? I imagine that's the highest one.
Minecraft is probably my highest because I don't know how many hours, but it must have been over
hundreds,
300 or so across multiple years, across multiple consoles.
Yeah, same for me.
Do you want to do yours, Thayne? You've only got 3.
I only wrote down 3 that I remember. Ghost of Tsushima. Like, these are all 100% games I remember. I think I did like 60 plus hours for that one. Same with Okami, about 60 plus hours. Breath of the Wild, I wrote down like over 100 plus hours, and there are several games that have like over 100 plus hours, like Smash Brothers has over 100 hours. Overwatch, I put a lot into the PS4 and some into that must have been over 50 or 60 hours.
Yeah, I bet I've got something like that in Overwatch as well, like 50 to 60.
I would say Counter-Strike, but I didn't play that one that much. I played a few.
I was trying to think of some games on the PlayStation as well. I think because I played through Final Fantasy VII Remake once, I think that's got to be like 50 to 60 hours. Maybe more, maybe less.
Also, Persona 5, you put like
that's 110. I know that one though. And then the other one I thought of was Spider-Man PS4. I don't know how many I put into that one, but I want to say it's like 30 or 40.
Oh yeah, it takes I did a few 100% things. I also have the DLC, so that's definitely over like probably 40 or 50 hours for me for Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
But like specifically the games that like I've done more than what most people would do is like the Pokemon games, obviously. Upwards of the 400s, 500s. The one that's surprising to me is Smite, because I played a crap ton of that one, 378. Weirdly enough, I have never played a ranked game in Smite.
Wow. And
I figured this out the other day because I physically can't play a ranked game in Smite. You have to have what is called a god rank mastery of 10 on over, I want to say 20 different gods. Basically, play one god a bunch until you are mastered it. Or not a god rank mastery of 10, a god rank mastery of just 1, I think, actually. Anyway, you have to play them a bunch so that the game knows, hey, this person actually plays the game. Like, we can let him play ranked.
I see.
I don't have enough god ranks to play ranked. And so
unlike Overwatch, where it's like, oh, you want to play ranked match? Just jump right in.
I think that's
you hear
most
people
games,
like,
though, isn't
stop
it?
sucking at this game, quit, you bitch.
Most games will let you play ranked pretty quickly. There are some games like Smite. I think League does something similar as well that prevents you from playing ranked modes. But I found that very surprising that I put that many hours into it without playing ranked. Whereas knowing me, I'm surprised I wouldn't have tried to go to play ranked at least once. Unless in high school they didn't have a ranked mode. Because that's where I played the majority of the hours. I think since high school I've probably played 40 to 50 hours of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They might have not had a ranked mode back then, but I feel like they did, but I don't know.
So what did you say your guys' game is you think you've played the most in? Minecraft?
Probably Minecraft. But
Minecraft.
It's hard to say. Because 500 is a lot for me, and I can't look at my Modern Warfare 2 stats or like my Halo 3 stats.
Yeah.
Those might be even higher. But like the one I know number-wise would be probably Pokemon Sword and Shield. Because what did I say? Is that 500? Oh no, Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon's at 510.
And
So
the feeling the game we played together a lot as kids was probably Melee, and then Brawl.
I feel like we did a lot of Brawl, like the brackets and stuff. That was a lot.
We did a lot for Melee too, like combined both Melee and Brawl. We must have put over hundreds of hours.
If you generalize all the Pokemon games, it's somewhere around 1,500 hours, and that's a pretty low estimate, I would say.
So, mine that I don't have times for, but I know I've played a lot of was Skyrim. I think I did 2 characters of that, and everybody knows how big that is. Minecraft, I mean, I've just been playing that over the last decade. Halo 3, I played a lot with Cole and our buddies growing up in like junior high school. And then Black Ops and Modern Warfare 2. I played those 2 Call of Duty games the most. I think the last time I checked, Modern Warfare 2, I had like probably 17 or 18 days into the multiplayer, so I guess you could calculate that if you feel so inclined.
I'm curious. I'm going to do it.
18, let's just say 18 on the low end, because it could be more.
Just low ball it.
432 hours.
That's about right, because it was like all of 7th and 8th grade. That's pretty much all I
Oh
play.
yeah, I think the game I've recently put into that I haven't beaten, that I put a certain amount of hours, probably Elden Ring. Like I think I put over 50 hours into
So
that.
yeah,
Still, I don't think I'm even close to beating the game.
yeah, I'm gonna go through mine. So I already said Age of Calamity. That's 55, and then Elden Ring. I put 102 hours into. 7 Days to Die. That survival zombie game. I put 140 hours into.
Oh my lord.
I'm
not even close.
Breath of the Wild, I put 180 hours into because I had 2 characters. I had one on Thayne's Switch, which I think was over 90 hours, and then mine is over 95. And then this is just humongous jumps. Apex Legends, 388 hours.
Holy shoot.
And then this one makes me a little bit sick.
Is it the Fortnite one?
This is the Fortnite.
Oh no.
Fortnite, I have 1,329 hours, which equates to
Yo.
55 days.
Yikes. I guess I got you beat with Pokemon, but it's over a lot longer time.
Fortnite was like from 20... When did we move here? 2019? 2018?
Yeah.
It was
I think
2018. So pretty much since 2018 till, I would say, last year, because I haven't played Fortnite, if at all, recently.
If I counted my whole life, I probably have 3 months worth of time in Pokemon in the series. Just the games anyway. What was I gonna there was something I was gonna bring up as well, but I can't remember. Oh, Xenoblade 3. I've yet to finish that game, mind you. So the 62 is definitely going to be higher. I'm imagining I'll probably get upwards of 80 to 90 with that game.
Are you going to try to 100% it?
Yeah, that's what I've been doing.
Wow, you've been doing that?
Yeah.
I guess if you really love a game, you want to see every inch
I've been
of
doing
it.
every single side quest I can find.
Well,
and
some of the
look
games
at
I'd
every
really
single
like to
chapter.
100% is Yakuza, because I know the side quests are like insane. Like they are like
very silly.
What kind of drugs were these guys on when they were like the bowling quest, the bowling mini game? You get like a chicken as like your final opponent or something in the bowling quest. It's like, what is this?
So while you guys were kind of coming up with your lists, I decided to look up some TV shows that I've watched specifically, but some shows you've watched as well, and like their entire total runtime. I'm going to start with the big one because I haven't seen every single episode of this, but I've seen a bunch of them. The Simpsons, and according to the random Google search that I did, 202 hours.
Wow.
But when you put that into perspective, I've played 2.5 watch times of The Simpsons into Apex Legends.
Wow.
I could have watched the entirety of The Simpsons 2.5 times in one just the amount of time I played Apex. Anyway, moving on to Brooklyn Nine-Nine, one of my favorite TV shows, 76 hours. The Office is 72 hours. Game of Thrones is 70 hours. Avatar: The Last Airbender is 23 hours. And Breaking Bad is 62 hours.
Dang.
Nice.
So it's interesting to think about like that as well. You definitely put much more hours into games that you like compared to TV shows that you like. Like you may watch a TV show twice, but that doesn't get anywhere near some of the things like.
And
or hold on.
Sorry, go ahead.
Let me do the math real quick. So let's say
You're
The Office.
Jimmy.
72. So what is that? 72 times 2 is 144. Plus 72, 216, that's 3, plus 72, 288, plus 72, 360, plus 72, 432, plus 72. It would take 7 watches of The Office to equal the amount of Apex Legends I've played.
Wow.
And you know what's interesting, too, though, is like I feel myself much more apt to spend 5 or 6 hours in one sitting playing a video game than I am ever putting that amount of time into watching a TV show or movie. Like Lord of the Rings is probably the longest I've ever sat down and watched, watch something.
I'm a big fan of marathons, personally. I don't do a lot, but every once in a while I will.
One time I did marathon the John Wick trilogy just recently.
Yeah, that was literally like 2 weeks ago.
Here's the thing. Yeah, so it's like 1 or 2 o'clock. Like I got the day off. I'm like, I'm gonna watch the first John Wick. So I do. Then it's like that after it's like probably 4 or 5 o'clock. It's like, I will watch the second one. And so I do. Then I get some dinner. It's like, hey, I got still got time. I'll go watch the third one. So I watched them all 3 that night. And they were fun. It was fun to watch all these back to back.
There's a couple of different things I've watched entirely in one day. I have watched Avatar: The Last Airbender in its entirety in one day, so 23 hours. I've done every single Star Wars movie in one day. Mind you, this is before the sequel movies, so it was
1 through 6.
1 through 6 plus Rogue One. I watched all of Steins Gate in one day, and then I also watched all of Steins Gate 0 in one day at one point. I watched almost at the time I watched up to the end of season 2 or halfway through season 3 of Attack on Titan in one day. I don't remember. It just depended on what was out at the point, to be honest.
Yeah.
There was other ones that I can't remember off the top of my head, but I do a lot of marathons. Like I enjoy them, but they really take it out of you after a while.
I remember one New Year's I watched that obscure anime that I mentioned on the anime podcast because it was only like 10 episodes, and I decided to watch it. So it was like 5 hours, and I watched it 1 year.
I've done a handful of 12-episode animes in a day.
Yeah, I remember I was watching like all the 3 animes from like Clanad and Canon and Air. Those 3. I was watching all their adaptations. I think I watched the original Toei animation version of Canon in like one day because it was 13 episodes.
Yeah, I did like Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai in a day. I did My Dress Up Darling in a day. But like I said, these are just 12 episodes, so it's not that hard.
What's that? What's 24 minutes? Well, they're like 22 minutes, if we're being honest. 22 minutes.
Yeah.
So let's just do 22. 22 times 12. That's wrong.
Yeah, because it's got to be
So it's 264 minutes.
That would be 4 to 5 hours? No, that can't be right.
Do I divide that by 24?
It's 22 minutes per...
It's like 11 hours?
Per episode.
My math is correct.
22 times 24. No, 12. Excuse me. 264 minutes divided by 60. 4.4. I was right. Yeah, it's only like 4.4 hours.
My math is off.
See, that's not that big of an investment in my opinion. 12 episodes in 4.4 hours.
No, that's like me sitting down and watching one of the Lord of the Rings extended cuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like, it's really fun to marathon through things, but man, it really takes it out of you for sure. Like I said, when I watched all of Avatar in one day, that was insane.
That's over like 60 episodes.
It was 23 hours of
I do
TV.
remember though one Christmas holiday I decided to rewatch Full Metal Alchemist. I watched a good amount of it in like a week.
The original?
Yeah, or the
Brotherhood.
Then I try to go back and watch the original. It's like, it just doesn't feel the same.
Yeah.
Granted, I think the original is very well written. They did a very good job, but it's just like when you have Brotherhood, it just, especially sometimes when there's filler, sometimes with that stupid thief arc, it's like, oh, yeah, I think I want to watch Brotherhood instead.
Yeah.
Now, a perfect version, you know how they have like sometimes have Naruto Kai. You know what? This could be better for the anime podcast. Never mind. Let's. Well, I know. I'll just get out right now. You know, like Naruto Kai.
He couldn't leave it.
You know Naruto Kai and Bleach Kai, where you know Dragon Ball Kai, where they
they just cut it. They trim off the fat.
They trim off the filler to make it more like the manga.
Okay.
So it started with Dragon Ball Kai. That was an official product. Then unofficial products like Naruto Kai and Bleach Kai. They started. I wonder if anyone's ever done a Full Metal Alchemist Kai where it's both canon material from the first anime blended into Brotherhood canon material. Kind of like just... So it's like the perfect adaptation. But I don't know if anyone has.
And, you know, I don't mind marathoning things. Like, I do it not very often, but I guess for me personally, I like to, and I think this goes back to what Cole always talks about, is I like to just sit back and enjoy things, because once it's over, and then you're just like, huh.
Now what?
Yeah, exactly. Now what?
I think I might have done all the Harry Potters in a day too, but if it wasn't all of them, it was half one day and then half the next day.
Oh, man, I have that big Blu-ray collection. I always just want to go back and watch all the Harry Potters.
The Avatar marathon was interesting too because my parents actually did it with me. It was me, my mom, and my dad, and my brother. And that was very surprising that my parents actually watched the whole thing with us.
That's crazy.
Like, I know that they liked the show, but like to stay up all night essentially and watch it, we basically just pulled an all-nighter watching the show at that point.
I don't think I could get my parents to sit down for any amount of time, except for Lord of the Rings. I know I could get them to sit down for at least one of the movies, but not in one day.
Yeah.
Like, my parents just, they can't. They will not sit down for that amount of time.
Yeah, we like sitting in my family. We like a good lay down or sit down and veg.
That's cool. Yeah, I mean, I guess the whole reason that I was been thinking about this too is like I remember in junior high specifically, my mom would always get after me because I really was addicted to Modern Warfare 2. Like I played it so much every single day in the summer. Like I would wake up, my dad would go to work at like 7 in the morning, and I was a crack addict, dude. I woke up, I would start playing at like 7 a.m. And sometimes I wouldn't even eat food all day. And then it'd be like 5 o'clock and my dad would get home and I literally hadn't moved. I was in the same spot as when he left. So my parents would always be like, you spend so much time playing video games. And granted I did, but like I also did other things. Like I did sports and whatnot. But
did you get Prestige 10?
No, I got to like 7 or 8, I think. But that was my goal, was to get to Prestige 10.
Man, I remember one night, all night, I just was playing Kingdom Hearts 2 on my second playthrough. I played through it all night.
Yeah.
It was an all-nighter.
But, and I guess the whole point is I remember talking to my parents. I'm like, well, you guys watch just as much TV. That's probably not true because I played a lot of video games. I still play a lot of video games, but my parents will tell me about all these shows that they've watched the entirety of the series all the way through several times. And my dad's seen The Office who knows how many times straight through. So I guess the point is it's your time. You get to decide how you want to waste
your
it.
Time.
And don't judge others for how they
you
decide to waste their time.
But we do recommend to be productive.
When Wind Waker HD came out, I played that in its entirety that day.
Is it like a 20-hour game?
Yeah, probably. I think I did it quicker than that. I think I did it like in 12. Because I didn't do side stuff. I just kind of...
See, whenever we start streaming again, I want to try and beat Ocarina of Time in one day with you guys. I think that'd be fun.
Oh, man, what? I know there's a game I played that I beat like in just one day. It's like, wait, that's it? Wow, I beat it.
Well, we've done a couple on the channel.
I think there were several games I rented where I beat it that night. I was like, well, that was short. Oh, no, I remember there's this crappy Happy Feet game. It had like the step, like it was a DDR clone, but it also had these like sled racing games. I think I remember it was late. It was like a Saturday night. And it wasn't until 2 o'clock, but I beat the whole thing.
You rented Happy Feet?
Yeah, when I was a little kid, I was like, how is this game going to be? And I rented it, and I beat it.
Was it a rhythm game?
Yeah, it had DDR. It was kind of like Friday Night Funkin' before Friday Night Funkin' was a thing. And then it was those two modes. It was the DDR thing, and then it was the
slip and slide.
The slide.
Penguin sledding.
The slalom, penguin sledding part. And that was about it. That was the whole game, and I beat it that night.
Congrats, little Thayne.
It was the length of the movie.
So, I guess my final question, we're just going to do rapid fires if you can think of any. But let's just pick 3. 3 games that you've 100%ed in their entirety that you know of. Mine was Halo 3 before the VidMaster Challenge update came out.
Me too.
Modern Warfare 2, and I guess Gauntlet Dark Legacy.
I guess, how do you define 100%ing right now?
Right now, it's really convoluted because...
Are you going to say achievements, or are you going to say...
So, Halo and Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, specifically achievements. Gauntlet, you got every collectible and beat every level.
What about Pokemon?
I don't even know where to start with that one.
Because, depending on how you define it, I would say almost every Pokemon game that I played.
Pokedex?
I didn't complete the Pokedex in every single one of them, but I rolled credits and did the post-game. But I have completed the Pokedex in every modern one, essentially, save for Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, because that one sucked.
Is there a community around 100%ing Pokemon games? Do they have rules that they've deemed?
I don't think so.
So if somebody does 100% speed run of Pokemon, what is it?
They don't do that.
Oh, it's just a speed run.
There's
of Pokemon?
catch-em-all speed runs, but they don't do that in it. Like, they only do it in, like, Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee because it's just the 151.
Some games are not worth 100% speed running. It's just someone does it once and said, "There, I got the record."
I guess
and
what
no
I'm
one
getting
else
at
does it.
Is if I can't count Pokemon, then it's 0 for me.
I would say count it. I mean, the problem with deeming what equals 100%, I feel like could be a subjective thing unless you're solely going off of achievements. Like a lot of what the completionist does is he goes off of achievements.
Mm-hmm.
So
if that's the case, I'm one achievement off of Persona 5 Royal.
So I remember there
two.
was one game, in order to get the best end, you had to technically 100% it, and that was Muramasa the Demon Blade. You had to get all the swords. It was a skill tree where you had to like weld all the swords, and then and there's like 3 endings. There's the bad ending, then there's the ending where you use certain swords. It's like, and then the last ending was making doing all the swords and getting the last sword. You have to 100% the game to do the best ending, and I did that.
Shadow the Hedgehog, you have to 100% it, which equals, it equates to like 10 playthroughs.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, it's dumb.
And then there's Red Dead Redemption. I 100%ed on stream. I didn't get all the achievements, but the game says you got 100% technically, so I did 100% it technically.
No, because you didn't get all the achievements.
See, in my head, I 100%ed Breath of the Wild twice because I got all the Koroks to unlock all of my items. I didn't get every Korok seed, but just to where I got all my item unlocks, and then I did all the shrines.
Now, here's the thing. If the game did have like 100% tied to like certain achievements, like single player achievements, I would have totally gotten those. But technically, it says, "Oh, you got 100%," and you know what the reward is for 100%?
A katana on your back.
That would be sweet. That would be cool. No,
you get it, Sky.
You get. Oh, I get it. Yeah,
the Hayabusa armor.
Hayabusa.
You get a police officer's outfit that is. Since you've done pretty much everything in the game, it's kind of useless now because it like absolves like it. What's the word? You can commit crime and get away with it pretty much. Like you shoot someone, your wanted ranking your bounty doesn't go up.
I think the first game I can probably say I'll try to be. Because even if I can't do that because I was gonna say Xenoblade 3, I'm gonna try to make that my 100%ed game. But like, if I miss something, I don't know if I'll go back and do it.
Well, would you know?
If I can figure it out and I missed it and like I can't go back and do it, then I probably won't do it. And I don't know if I could count as a 100%. But I might do a New Game Plus of it too, though, because I feel like there's gonna be some New Game Plus exclusive content. So I don't know. I don't know if I could say 100% in any game.
I do want to make a video about, and I probably have you guys collab with me on it, but a video on why I don't 100% games.
Yeah.
I really don't think people should 100% games. For one, it's really time consuming.
I got the platinum trophy for Ghost of Tsushima, but I didn't 100% it because that was all just cosmetics that were useless that I didn't care to get.
Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me. I wanted to put something into context with Xenoblade 2 specifically. So I'd put, 65 hours into the game. That's almost exclusively main story. I basically did zero side quests in that playthrough. If I were to have done everything I could do in that game, it gets to roughly 300-ish hours.
Dang.
So, yeah.
But that's a good example right there, though, of why
would I want to do everything I can do, there's so much stuff to do and I might not care about some of it.
Yeah, and that's just another reason. I don't think there's good enough completion good enough completion bonuses to deem you completing games, and I'm solely basing this off of
the Breath of the Wild turd.
Pretty much, but just the completionist in general. You could go watch him torture himself, and just most of the games, the completion bonuses are pretty garbage, or there isn't any, because I would say that less than 1% of gamers actually 100% games.
And there's less than 1% of games that actually give you something cool for 100%ing it.
Yeah.
What do you think? This is probably another subject for another day, but it'd be cool to find out what is the best reward for completing something. Because I would almost say the shiny charm in Pokemon is probably one of the better ones. It's not like great though. It's just a better chance of finding a shiny Pokemon.
Yeah, that's a good question. I'd have to think about that one.
We probably just have to look it up. I'm sure the completionist has done something like that.
But I want to leave off with one more thing. And apparently there is the speed run. That's apparently the longest speed run recorded. And I have to look it up, but I think it took 2 weeks. And it's a game, game Baton Kaitos, where you have to level up card items. And one took over 2 weeks to level up. And at the time when this guy was streaming on Twitch, he took a nap, he fell asleep, and apparently Twitch had a problem with it, and our camera just died. Let me wrap this up. Twitch had a problem with him sleeping on stream. But today, there's literally people...
Oh, yeah, I remember that back in the day. That was a thing.
Yeah. It's like people would sleep on stream, and Twitch have a problem with it, but now you can literally sleep on stream. Yeah. People would donate loud noises.
Now it's okay to do that. Interesting.
It's funny. But yeah, I thought that really interesting. In order to do that 100% run, he had to get that one last card to level up, or last few cards to level up one max level, and it took so long.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, that's our show for this week, everybody. Thank you all for watching it.
I think he's the only guy who's yep, I got it.
Or
no one else.
Listening to it, or however you consumed our beautiful voices and beautiful faces. We appreciate you guys. Anyway, thank you again. I just said appreciate.
You can go watch.
We love you guys.
Go watch our YouTube videos on our main channel.
Keep watching your YouTube videos.
Cole's got a fun video coming out tomorrow when you guys are listening to this.
Yeah. I play Duke Nukem Forever, so you don't have to.
Bad game.
I don't know. I've got a really weird relationship with that game.
Maybe mid game. I don't know.
Mid game, maybe.
But find out by watching the
out.
video tomorrow.
Apparently the mid game is the worst part of it.
Hey, way to go, Thayne. That was good. I'm fist bumping him for everybody because you guys can't see what we're doing anymore. But thank you guys again. Yeah. Hope you guys have an enjoyable week, and we will see you next time. Oh, and as always,
keep it rad.
Boogity boogity.